How are you?
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Yeah,
I'm good, thank you very much. So,
good.
you're into about your third week now, are you?
Second week this is.
Second week this week, excellent. How you
Yeah,
finding it so far?
I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying being back at work. I've got loads of inquiries, but no bookings. I'm like,
Oh,
and I just don't
welcome.
know what's coming. I don't know why it's not coming in for me.
Welcome to late period. You know what it's like this
I
time of
know.
year. It's everyone
Yeah,
wants something for nothing, don't they? And they're shopping
yeah.
around everybody. Bring on the autumn. That's what I say. It's September, October is always a much better time. I always think.
Yeah,
When I was in sales, I always thought May and September are always my best months. I never liked the summer so much. I always just do so much better in May and September and October.
I think that's true. I think late is a bad time to start, really, isn't it?
Well, it's not really because it's good because you get all these inquiries in. You get
Yeah,
used to all the systems and you get used to all the inquiries and how mid counties work and things like that. 'Cause you came from Thomas Cook, is that correct?
yeah.
Yeah. And I know by the sound of your accent, you're very similar to mine. You're from Cannock as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I'm from Burntwood, so I'm only just down the road from you.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
neighbour.
Yes, I'm only just down the road. So what we'll do is I know there's another webinar starting at 11, so and I need to talk very, very quickly to get through all of this. But at any time, if anything just doesn't make sense or you want me to clarify at any point, just tell me to shut up and we'll stop and we'll go over that information for you, okay? So
Okay,
let's get
thank
this going.
you.
So first of all, a little bit of death by PowerPoint to start with. So we're going to go through a few slides just to talk about the product. And then what we'll do is we'll actually go onto the site itself and show you a few of the searches, okay?
Okay.
So let's start first of all with our key selling points for cooperative holidays. First of all, I should ask, can you see my screen?
Yep,
Excellent.
yep.
Right, so key selling points for co-op holidays then. £60 per person deposit is a big one for us. Very similar to
Yeah.
another operator out there that has a similar deposit. For obvious reasons, we went with a £60 per person deposit as well. The beauty of co-op holidays is though we do have more airlines than our competitors out there. So we have multiple airlines, which I'll go over shortly, and all those deposits, £60 per person deposit is available on every single airline and to every single destination that we offer. Okay. Now, some of these points in here I'm going to skip over because it makes more sense when we see it in the live environment. But
Okay.
we have a multiple departure point search, so you can search for more than one airport at the same time. You have a flexible duration search, which is another one of our big powers. With a lot of the tour operators out there, your Thompsons, your Thomas Cooks, your Jet2s, etc., a lot of that you are stuck to a certain date range, so 7, 10, 14 nights, majority of them, because they're on charter flights. The beauty of our system is, to us, it's DP, but to you, it's a package. So you can do anything from 1 to 99 nights in our system. And sometimes what we find is, sometimes an 8-night holiday is cheaper than a 7-night holiday. A 16-day holiday is sometimes cheaper than a 14-day holiday. So sometimes you can mix and match it around a little bit more and get a better price for the client. Okay.
Okay.
We have all systems all about customizing your package. So you're in complete control of what you can do. So you can change the flights, the room type, board basis, add, remove, transfers or baggage, etc. Again, we'll show you that on the live system, along with the next 2 points, which is our result filters and our 5-day flight preview as well as our dynamic property map, which shows you all the hotels where they're based. Now, we've got 2 products within the website, well, 3 products actually, but the first 2 package ones, there's package holidays, which is like your beach destinations. That's your Tenerife, your Mallorcas, Ibizas, etc. Then also we've got our city break search. That's probably our most popular product, to be perfectly honest with you. About 65% of what we sell is a city or short break, and that's found in the city and short break search. The reason that's so popular is because we hand select all of our city properties within there. So you would have gone on things like iSell and flexible trips in the past. I know you've gone on flexible trips in the past,
Yeah.
and you'll do an Amsterdam search, and 300 hotels come up for you, and you're like, right, I just want city centre hotel. I don't want to stay at the Amsterdam Schiphol airport. So what we do is we pick 15 to 20 city centre hotels, good rated, good product, and we go through about 10 different checks to make sure it's a good price, good TripAdvisor rating, good for British customers. We do all these checks for you so you can trust our hotel choices we've got, and they're all city centre. So we'll find a city centre hotel. So let's use Amsterdam as our example once again. So we'll find Dam Square, that's our city centre. And then we'll draw a circle for about half a mile circle, and all our hotels will appear in that circle. So you know straight away all your hotels are in the middle. Okay?
Mhm.
As I mentioned, we've got a huge flight choice available to us. I've highlighted a few here which are not available really with anybody else. So Ryanair is a massive advantage to us. So we're really the only people on the high street and on the phone that can offer you a package holiday with Ryanair at a low deposit. Okay, but we've got the usual suspects in there as well. Your EasyJets, Thomas Cook's, Thomson's, Jet2. Another big one we've got is Norwegian, a very popular airline, especially out of London. They do some amazing New York flights. So cheap. Our leading prices for January for New York for a 4-night holiday in a 4-star Times Square hotel. You're talking around 499 to 529. So cheaper than Benidorm, and at the same deposit. So it's very useful. As well as all our scheduled charter and low cost flights, we've got a full schedule program involved in there. So you've got all your usual suspects, your BA, your Emirates, etc. As I said earlier, we've got full TripAdvisor ratings available on every single hotel. So you can do the checks yourself as well. So you don't have to go off on TripAdvisor and see if it's a good hotel for the customer. You can see with our live TripAdvisor ratings. And in order to contact us, you've got our low-cost local call number, 0330 number. As well as that, you've got an online chat facility to get through to our sales support guys if you just got a quick question. Okay, so let's move on to our next point. This is just some of our beach destinations that we offer. So a lot of this is the usual suspects that you're going to see with most suppliers, but we offer that as well for you. So you got your Costa Blancas, your Benidorms in there, but a few little differences we've got in here. Our Greek program has grown massively over the last 12 months. We launched with a Corfu, Rhodes, Zante, all your usual ones. But then we launched with all the smaller islands and mainlands, so Halkidiki, Mykonos, Santorini, Thessalonikas. And they are proving more popular than Corfu and Zante and Rhodes, the smaller little islands. Because again, with our choices of hotels that we pick, there's some really key stuff in there. And also, we have some really good direct contracts at the luxury Greek properties. So your sunny beaches of the world and your Ikoses, we've got all exclusive rates to those hotels. So that's why Greece is doing extremely well for us at the moment. You notice our Italy program is very wide as well. Basically, the whole of Italy is done on there as well as Sicily. And we got a full Turkey program, and a very popular one for us is Jersey and Guernsey. Not many suppliers out there that offer a package to Jersey and Guernsey any longer. Just Premier really. So there's not many suppliers left. So we offer those for you as well. And out of all these destinations on here, what would you say one of our top selling destinations is? Have a guess.
Turkey.
Not quite there at the moment.
No.
Not quite there at the moment, no.
I thought you were going to say the opposite to what I was thinking.
Yeah, well, it is in a way, because Malta is one of our top selling destinations, believe it or not. Followed by Benidorm and Mallorca, but Malta is one of our top selling destinations. Reason is, we've got some really good hotel contracts in Malta, and as well as that, we've got some excellent flying, especially out of the Midlands. So you've got the Ryanair route out of Birmingham, which is really good flight times and really affordable. There's not really anyone else competing with it apart from Cook's, and Ryanair's flight prices are so much cheaper. So our Malta packages are really affordable, so it's well worth checking us for that. Okay, so let's move on to our next slide. This is where we really come into our own. As I say, our city break portfolio is huge now. So we've got over 80 city break destinations available on system to you. As you can see, there are massive amount of destinations there. Some you might not have heard of before. I know I didn't until we loaded them. Carcassonne, for example, in France. Beautiful little French town, all surrounded by a big castle, and it's a beautiful place. Ryanair flying there once again. And you'll also notice on there we've got some long-haul destinations available to us. So in the Middle East, you've got your Abu Dhabis and your Dubais available to you, all at £60 per person deposit. As well as that, we've got USA and Canada. So you've got New York, you've got Boston, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and Toronto. Okay, again, all available at £60 per person deposit. As well as usual suspects in there, some of our top sellers, such as Prague, Krakow, Amsterdam, Barcelona. Okay, so huge choice of destinations. So we'll have a look at those when we look at the site a little bit later. We've enhanced our search over the last 12 months as well. You wouldn't have remembered it, obviously, from when we launched it, but when we launched it, we launched with about 50 hotels in each resort on our beach search. Now, that was the right thing for us to do because we wanted a smaller choice. Because sometimes too much choice is an absolute nightmare because you've got so many choices you have to give to the customer. But sometimes a smaller choice works. But everyone asked us for a wider choice. So we've doubled the amount of hotels available in our package search now. So now you'll find over 78 to 80 hotels in each resort. So at each resort in Mallorca, Ibiza, etc. So a massive choice of stock available to you. More hotels equals more choice. It gives you and your customer better price on that. As I mentioned, because we've got more choice of hotels now, we've included a TripAdvisor rating so you can help police it a little bit more. And it's available on all holidays, city breaks, and also our accommodation-only search. We keep our city breaks as it is, though, at 15 to 20 hotels. We don't want to remove that. So we will keep changing out what hotels are available in there, depending on what's selling and what good rates we've got. But we will always keep it to 15 to 20. So if we drop one out, if one wants to come in, one has to drop out. Okay? As I mentioned, over 80 city break destinations in there. Some of our flying that we offer, Ryanair, Norwegian, two very popular routes for us, as well as usual suspects, as I mentioned there. So these are all direct into our system, so live pricing from all these airlines. As well as that, scheduled airlet, which is the massive thing we launched in January, actually, ready for peaks, and it's been very, very popular. So especially for yourself, it gives you people like Emirates, which is a real key route out of Birmingham for a lot of your customers. Czech Airlines, again out of Birmingham. Before, we didn't have a direct Prague flight out of the Midlands, really, but now we do, using Czech Airlines out of Birmingham, so very popular, especially for Christmas markets coming up, so it's very, very good one there. Heathrow Airport has now been added to our search, so we now have every single airport in the UK available to us. We couldn't really load Heathrow until we had Scheduled Air because there's no one flies from there apart from Scheduled Airlines. So, but now Scheduled Air is live, we can offer Heathrow Airport as well. A very popular one from our Midlands branches, especially, and our Midlands home workers, is the Emirates flight out of Dubai. Very affordable route. Consider it's in Birmingham. You're almost getting London prices really out of Birmingham with Emirates, so really affordable. And again, remember you can do that at £60 per person deposit with Co-op Holidays. Another airline you might have heard of. It's been good and bad for us, I'll be perfectly honest with you, for Primera Air, because they launched a lot of long haul out of Birmingham and then they very quickly took it all away from us after we booked a load of flights there. So that was really good of them. But saying that, they are still a very good airline, especially for Malaga, Palma, Kefalonia, all out of Birmingham as well. So have a look at Primera Air. It's only available via Co-op Holidays at the moment. There's a theme running through this. You might see the low deposit. I will keep mentioning it. There's a prize at the end. You can count how many times I say low deposit. Now, this is one of the big things for us. I mean, low deposits, you don't really get that with all destinations. With Cooks, for example, it's different for long haul than it is short haul. Thompson's exactly the same, but we will do it on every single departure point and every single airline. Next up is special selection. Now, it is exactly what it is. We select a certain amount of hotels within our search and we highlight them for you. So a special selection is made up of top selling hotels, our direct contracts, our travel life properties, which are gold awarded travel life properties. And so it's our pick of our hotels really, not based on best price ones, but best sellers, best quality, and best contracts really that we have. So it's always worth looking at those within our search. And if you ever want to just select a special selection property, within the filter, you can click the special selection button and that comes up with our recommended hotels for you. Our next slide. It used to be every Friday, but now really 3 times a week we're sending special offers out to you, which looks similar to this. You'll see them posted on the Facebook page. As well as that, we'll include them in the newsletter every Tuesday and every Friday. What I'll do is after this call, I'll make sure your email address is included within that newsletter, so you get all your special offers. And these special offers are all made for Facebook as well, so the perfect size for Facebook, so you can copy and paste whichever ones you want and post them onto your own Facebook pages. Okay, so they're all available to you. As well as special offers, we offer luxury special offers as well. So there's some of the choices of the Greek luxury that we have available to us. So your Sunny Beach, Lindian Village, Vassia, the Domes of Alunda, Marbella Corfu Hotel. And a lot of these have free half-board offers on, or half price or ultra all inclusive for etc. or free room upgrades. Those are all available via this product for you. Next. Really, all I should say, this whole presentation should be, we have a £60 per person deposit and you make a tenner. Okay, so I really should cut this right down to 2 slides because I think that's all we need. I mean, there's no one else out there that's offering you a tenner per passenger for an in-house product. I mean, it's a fantastic incentive, and that's still ongoing for the next period as well, for period 8. It's on for period 7 and period 8 as well. So we'll keep that going for as long as you possibly can. But please remember, you can make a tenner per passenger. So sometimes if you do a DP holiday, it might work out a little bit cheaper. But if you think about it, you're going to make 11% commission on any co-op holiday booking plus £10 per passenger. So you can actually make really good commission on that. Next, we're going to move on to our cooperative rooms product. Now, we wouldn't have a cooperative holidays if we didn't have cooperative rooms. Cooperative rooms launched about 4 years ago now, coming up to 4 years, where co-op holidays have been launched for about 2 years. So we started with our own bed bank for obvious reasons. There was 20, 30 different bed suppliers out there in the world, and all of them were buying from the same people. They were buying off each other. They were selling to each other, and they're all adding different margin into the prices. And there's so many layers to all these pricing, and we're finding problems. So if there was a complaint or someone needs to cancel, they need to go down 4 different avenues to cancel this off. It was just such a mess. So the reason we created cooperative rooms is to untangle that web really and get closer to the hotel for you. And in that way, cutting out a lot of margin and cutting out the middleman. So that's exactly what we've done. So in the last 4 years, we've become the largest bed supplier into mid-counties, with now well over 200,000 hotels worldwide in our hotel portfolio. That's not just your Mallorcas and your Amsterdams and your Tenerifes. It's North America, South America, Australia, the Far East, South Africa, Middle East, anywhere in the world you can think of, as well as right here at home. So we've got lots of UK hotels available in there as well. So Edinburgh, York, London, anything like that you can think of. We are now the platinum supplier for UK breaks, and we're more competitive actually in the super break. So it's always worth checking us for UK hotels as well. And again, I'll show you that on the search shortly. We get preferential rates from all key suppliers. So you may have heard of people like Beds Online, You Travel, Torico, all of these people. All of these people feed into cooperative rooms, and then we feed that into you as a cooperative rooms room. And what we do is we take their best prices. So if you went to Beds Online and booked a room, or checked the price on a room, I should say, and you check it via cooperative rooms, we're at least 7 to 10% cheaper than you would buy it for from Beds Online, because we're a tour operator and we can buy at wholesale rates. So we're always going to be cheaper. Okay. And what we do is we dedupe all of these coming into the system. So let's say 7 different suppliers all have the James Hotel in Tenerife. We only take the best price supplier to come through as a cooperative room for you. But you don't need to worry about who our suppliers are, to be perfectly honest. All you need to worry about, that's a cooperative room, and it's trusted. It's biggest. It take about 90% of what sold in mid-counties is a co-op room. So that speaks volumes, to be honest. I'll show you our website short. Of course you can. Please do.
You know, co-op holidays. So I wouldn't book those through iSell. Those would be booked through like the agent site, co-op holidays agent site.
That's right. You can't book co-op holidays through iSell at the moment. I don't think you ever will be, if I'm going to be completely honest, because it's a completely different system. It's not built by Traveltech. It's built by our in-house IT team. So it's only available via co-operative.holiday website. So it's available through there. But you can buy the rooms via iSell. Okay. So as
I've seen rooms on iSell. That's why I asked.
Exactly. What we do is we send net prices into iSell for our rooms, and then iSell marks it up. So it marks up every single accommodation supplier the same amount. But you can also buy accommodation only via our Co-op Holidays website as well. And if you buy it through our website, it's commissionable at 15%. Okay. Yeah. We can also give you 0 deposit if you buy it via our website as well. So there's another advantage to going via us.
I've highlighted those points.
So we've also got all these different result filters again, which I'll show you on these. We've got non-refundable room rates on there. Obviously, you can't change or get any refund on them, but you can save up to 40% on those rates. So if for a late deal, you're going to take the full amount from the customer anyway, why not use a non-refundable rate? Makes complete sense. And also we have package rates, which is like IT fares. with flights, but with
Yeah.
package rates. So as long as they're being put together with a flight, you can get save up to 30% on those rooms as well. So well worth looking out for.
Okay.
So I know I said it's not important who feeds cooperative rooms, but I'll give you an idea on some of the suppliers that we have. So hotel beds, Beds Online, we have all of their hotels available. We have a company called Meeting Point, which is 26 different individual destination management companies, or DMCs, all built into our system as well. Now, they're one of the largest tour operators in Germany, and if you know anything about the German tour operators, they're very, very good and amazingly efficient, which is exactly what Germans do very, very well. And so their stock is superb, so we have all that coming in. We have Labranda Hotels, you might have heard of those. They're 4- and 5-star all-inclusive properties, especially in Turkey and Greece. We've got all of their stock. All of you Travels properties. We have all Thomas Cook hotels, and including Med hotels until they finished end of the year. So we've got them available to us as well. YHI, that's our luxury directly contracted Greece, Cyprus, and Canary Islands products. So we've got 65 of those hotels available to us. Survey Group, you might have heard of them in Benidorm, very popular.
Yeah.
That's also available. Med Player Group, again, another hotel chain, which we have direct contracts via. SIRS, another Spanish company, which gives us even more Spanish stock. Jack Travel, which is specialised in city breaks in Europe. Again, between Hotel Beds and Jack Travel, that's why we're so competitive on our city breaks. And also RMI, which are 38 hotels in the Caribbean and Florida. Have you heard of Blue Bay before?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blue Bay, that's who Blue Bay buy their stock from. So we've taken that part apart, so we have the same stock as they have available. So that's available via as a room for you. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's the end of the PowerPoint. So what we'll do now is we'll take you on to the website and we'll have a search. Let me just sign out of here.
What's the usual difference in price between my agent site and like the customer website, or is it not?
We don't have a
available to customers?
we don't
Yeah.
have a customer website.
I thought so. So it's just
Yeah, so we own our only customer is mid-counties, is the home workers, the retail shops, and the consortium members. That's our only customer. So we don't have a direct site at the moment. So if anyone get you a quote off cooptravel.co.uk, that's not us. It's a completely different system. That's basically iSell built into a website, but our site is completely different, using completely different flying, completely different rooms. Okay?
Brilliant. Okay.
So first of all, what we'll do is let's go across the tabs. Let's start with holidays to start with. So you can see it's all broken down very simply for you in all different destinations. So let's just do, let's do a Costa Blanca search. Then we can search which one we want to search, or we can just ask for all resorts in Costa Blanca, which I recommend doing. Then you can select as many airports as you wish. More you select, slower the search will be, because compared to iSell, our search is live, okay? So it goes and gets all the flights and accommodation live availability. With iSell, it's not live until you get to the basket. That's why it's a little bit quicker. But with us, we're proud of it being a little bit slower, to be honest, because it means it's live. So if we did Birmingham and East Midlands, which I'm sure a lot of your customers will be asking you for, let's do something let's do 13th of October. We can do anything in here. You can free type any duration you want, right up to a silly amount. You can do 999 nights if you want. I doubt you'll get a return flight, but if you wanted to do it, you can try it on there. But let's just keep this to a standard 7-night search. You can search anything up to 3 rooms within this site. Okay, anything over 3 rooms we count as a group. So you just need to go through to our groups department, which we can deal with for you.
Okay.
Let's just do a search. So let's say this will be as quick as it takes for all the information to come back. So we're asking for 2 airports to the entire of Benidorm at the moment. So let's see how quick it is. Not that slow at all, really. So the way our search works is we pre-package something for you. So we take the best price flight, regardless of flight times, anything like that, regardless of airline, we give you the best price flight to start with. Okay? And then we package that together with the best price accommodations. So these prices here are total package prices for everybody in the party. So this is 2 people, so that's £760 for 2 people. Okay? So it's all in price order for you. So you've got your filters at the side there. So say if you only want to see all inclusive, or only want to see 3 or 4 star, if you had a budget in mind, you've got all these filters you can hit here. And every time you hit a filter, let's say we only wanted all inclusive properties, We click that filter, the map changes, and it removes everything out of the map that's not in your filters on the left-hand side. So you can get down from 500 results to 6, 7 results very quickly by asking the right questions to the customer. Okay, so now we've got our best price hotel there. It's a 3-star Varamar. That's based on best price. Okay, and you can see the TripAdvisor ratings here. We keep everything to 3 and above on TripAdvisor because we want good quality properties. As you can see there, everything there is above 3. So we don't let it drop below 3. Because TripAdvisor is such a standard for customers and for agents nowadays. We always find 3 is a really good rating for us. So let's just say we're interested in that particular property. If we click on the price, it does another check for us on price for the second time. So it's the second time it's doing a live price on flights and accommodation for us to always ensure that everything in your basket is live. So it's just doing that final check for us now. It's logging into Ryanair on your behalf and getting all the flights back. So it's also bringing back all the alternatives from Birmingham as well with other airlines, just in case you wanted to swap. So you've got all your property pictures here, anything you want to see. Some pictures are better than others. It depends on our supplier, what they send through. Also got a map. So it takes you just to that particular hotel. And this little orange man here, if you pick him up and drop him at the hotel steps, there we go. We took us straight into a bar. That's good, isn't it?
Hey.
That's what we like. So that's straight. So you actually walk from the hotel steps. There's the hotel there. So you can walk straight from the hotel steps. And a lot of the time, we've seen customers actually walk to the beach and go, let's see how far it is from the beach. Or is there a shop opposite my bar? Yeah, there's a bar opposite your hotel as well. So you can get a lot of information via that map. So it's very useful. We have a small description. We're not big on our descriptions, to be honest, because I know what it's like from selling. When we built this, I was like, do you know what? Agents don't want to know about all the beautiful things about Benidorm. They don't want to know about the stunning sunsets coming over the mountains in the morning and the crisp breeze on the beach. No one cares. Has it got a pool? How far is it to the beach? That's all we need to know. So this information here, it's near bars, shops and restaurants, 50 metres to the beach. It's the key information that we let you know. And then also with the facilities, we'll list those for you in alphabetical order and let you know what you can and can't do at the hotel. And it splits down individual rooms. Has it got a hairdryer in the room? Has it got a satellite TV? Has it got a balcony? That's the kind of information I need to know. So we don't do massive descriptions. We'd rather bullet point it for you. Okay? So this is a clever bit now. This is where you and your customer are in complete control of what's going to go on with their package. So now you can start customizing your whole holiday. So first of all, let's look at the rooms. So first of all, we've selected all-inclusive on this particular one. So if they wanted to, it's probably a bad example actually. Let's do all-inclusive. That's the one we've got selected. So you see selected there. So if they wanted to change room type to a superior, that's going to be an extra £294 per package for the customer. So it's a good way for you to upsell and also discount. So you've selected all-inclusive at the start. Oh, if you just wanted half board, you're going to save £174 on not having your drinks on an extra meal. So if we click that, it changes the price at the top right-hand corner for us. That's a quotable price for you there. So you can keep selecting whichever room type is suitable for the customer. Okay, depending on the hotel, depending on how many room types are available. Next, we can change the flights around. So at the moment, it has selected this particular flight for us. Not the best of flight times going out, but not too bad coming back. So if they wanted to change the flight times, if they said to you, oh, I wanted a slightly better flight times, if you wanted daytime flights, there we go. Just for an extra £61, Mr. Smith, you can have, for the two of you, you can have daytime flights. Oh, yes, thank you very much. Lindsay, I'll have that. So we've selected that, and it's going to upgrade our basket for us now to add that particular flight to us. So it's just contacting Ryanair at the moment. Come on, don't break on me now.
And how long before do you have to pay? Is it 12 weeks or is the balance?
Yeah, 14 weeks.
14
weeks for balance, yeah. So it's exactly the same as most suppliers there. 12, I think it's 12 to 14 weeks. You have to check that on your commission list. But okay. I'm pretty sure retail do 14 weeks. I'm not sure what home workers do. It might be 12 weeks.
Okay.
We don't ask for payment for 12 weeks, but I think it's 14 weeks that you ask the customer. So it's worthwhile checking with one of your BDMs on that. Yeah. So we've selected the daytime flights now. So again, we've upgraded the basket. So it's telling us which one we got selected. But you can see here, here's a whole selection of different flights they can choose and the upgrade price. So lots of different options for that particular one. So flight extras now. In our package, all we've got included at the moment is just the flights and the accommodation. So as you can see there, we've got 2 green ticks and 2 red crosses. So if your customer wanted luggage, the beauty of this now is that if you want to add just one piece of luggage on, you can. So with the cost of luggage nowadays, £58 for one piece of luggage, not cheap. A lot of customers are just taking one piece of 20 kilogram luggage on there. So we just added one on there now, and we can see we've got a green tick. Transfers are available. Our transfers, we don't make any profit out of transfers whatsoever. We just add whatever price we buy it at, we give it to you. So you can see there, that is £15 for 2 people return transfers.
That's good.
Extremely affordable, as I'm sure you can agree. So if we added that on there, shuttle transfer, so now we got a full house of everything's included on there for 1096 for 2 people. Okay?
Brilliant.
And if we scroll down, here's all our different transfer options, by the way. So if they wanted a private transfer, they can easy upgrade prices here. If they wanted a minibus, they wanted a limousine, anything like that, they can do that. Then here's all your erratas. Any erratas appear here. More erratas will appear with final stage. Okay. So let's say we've been talking to Mr. Smith now for half an hour and we forgot exactly what's in our basket. So we're going to talk about the weather. So any time you want to know exactly what you've got in your basket, you click on the white bar at the top. It tells you exactly what you've got included. There's the room you've selected. There's the flight you've selected. What you've got on your luggage and your return transfers. Now, I'm glad we used Ryanair as an example. Ryanair works slightly different than any other airline, as they would do, because they're Ryanair. And they hate travel agents. They hate travel agents so much, and they hate tour operators. So this is the beauty of using Co-op Holidays. We take away all that pain of Ryanair for you. We'll deal with the awkward people at Ryanair. So all you've got to worry about is just getting your package booked together. One piece of paperwork. That's all you need to do. But with Ryanair, there's now cut down online check-in down to 3 days in some resorts, which that's not very good for poor Barry and Essel in Benidorm, going away for a week, 80 years of age, and they don't understand how they have to do their own boarding cards. So save sending Barry round Benidorm with his nagging wife to try and find a printer so he can get home. What we do is we include pre-bookable seats in every single one of our Ryanair holidays. By giving you pre-bookable seats, that means you get a 30-day check-in window. So you can do your API and check your customers in well in advance of their holiday and give them their inbound and outbound boarding cards. Okay? So it makes it a lot easier for you. We'll select the seats for you. So we'll always sit them together if we can. So they'll always sit next to each other. If we can't sit next to each other, we'll sit them across the aisle from each other. If we can't sit them across the aisle from each other, we'll sit them in front and behind each other. But then when you do the API for the customer, if you or your customer still don't like where they've been seated, you're more than happy to move them to anywhere else on the plane you wish, as long as it's the same standard seat, same price seat. Okay? So you're in complete control of that. So for our next stage, if we want to continue with this, we just click on the price, and it takes us through again. It's going to recheck all the price for us once again. This is where we've got our accommodation requests. Now, accommodation requests are things like high floor, low floor, quiet room. It always makes me laugh, that one can have a quiet room. How do you know? But customers will ask these kind of things. So you can put that in there, and we will send that off to the hotel on your behalf. Okay? So we're very good on our special requests. Special request does not mean, like we got yesterday from one of the home workers, name not to be mentioned, but a special request does not mean customer is in a wheelchair and requires a disabled room. That is not a special request. That is a special assistance. Okay? So if someone put that in there and booked this package, all of a sudden yesterday we saw that booking come through. The flights are booked, the hotel's booked. It was a total payment, no deposit. If we could turn around to the customer and say, which we had to, turn around to the agent and say, unfortunately, that hotel does not offer any disabled rooms, and it's on a massive hill. So your customer's in a wheelchair, a manual wheelchair, and it's not suitable. It's steps everywhere, not suitable for someone in a wheelchair. All of a sudden, that customer's going to lose all their money on their holiday, or the home worker's going to have to pay for that whole holiday. So what we always say is, in the information section, there's a special assistance form, which we ask you to fill out before you make any booking. Or if in doubt, just give the number a call and say, this holiday I'm about to book, is it suitable for my customer? And we will let you know straight away. We'll phone the hotel and we'll check at the room types. We'll phone the hotel reception, we'll find out for you. And also, we'll find out if there's space on the plane for wheelchair customers. As you know, they can only take so many because if they say there's 10 wheelchair customers on the plane, they won't have time to load everyone at the same time. So sometimes some airlines have restrictions on how many they can carry just to time slots. Okay, so we need to check with the airline as well. So the message is check before you book. Okay?
Okay.
Next step is very, very simple. All the names, date of birth, and who's the lead passenger. And the next thing you know, and we also ask for a customer mobile number as well. The reason we ask for this is just in case the customer's got lost at Benidorm Airport and they can't find them, the transfer or the driver will phone the customer and say, I'm standing by gate 15, come and stand by me and I'll get you in your car. Okay, so it's for emergency contact purposes. And again, the same, if a flight's been delayed on the return, the transfer companies always take a look at the flight numbers and say, oh, your flight's now going to be 4 o'clock instead of 2 o'clock, so I'll now pick you up an hour later. So the customer's not waiting outside the property. So they'll always be in contact with the customers, which is really handy. Okay, we can't get to the next stage, unfortunately, else we'll both be going to the Voromar Hotel in Benidorm, which I don't particularly want to go to. But the next stage is very, very simple. You take the money from the customer and confirm the booking. Okay, and just to load the booking, just load that into iBoss, and Co-op Holidays is a supplier within there. So it's just a manual, the same as you would do if you booked a Jet2 holiday on their system. Exactly the same, just with Co-op Holidays.
Well.
Next, I'm going to show you the city break search. Exactly the same search, but a couple of little differences with it, okay? First of all our cities are just listed in order, of alphabetical order, okay? So let's have a look for, we've talked about Amsterdam. It's the top of the list. Let's do an Amsterdam search from Birmingham. Let's say, when should we go? Let's go in October. And our city break search always defaults to 3 nights because that is our most popular duration for a city break, but you're welcome to change that to any duration you wish. Okay. Once again, same with holidays. You can only do up to 3 rooms on here. Anything more than that will count as a group. On groups, just a quick mention to it. Some destinations are getting very, very difficult to book for groups. We've talked about Benidorm already. Benidorm, we are very close to closing for group inquiries.
Really?
As of last week, we had 3 hotels which would accept stag and hens. This week, we're down to 2 hotels that will accept stag and hen days. Benidorm is really cutting down on single-sex parties. We even had one of our retail branches had a group of 20 ladies, aged between, listen to this, 70 to 75 years old, wanted to go ballroom dancing in the Flamingo Hotel, where it has a ballroom there. They wanted to go there, and the hotel would not accept them because they were a single-sex party. I don't know what 70 to 75-year-old ladies are going to get up to in Benidorm or destroy the place. I don't know. Well, you never know, do you? But this is the way the hotels are being in Benidorm, especially now. They're just cutting it all off. No single-sex parties, just to make it a lot easier for themselves. So we're struggling with places like Benidorm, and also places like Krakow. We're really struggling with stag do's in Krakow as well. A lot of hotels won't accept stags any longer. So it's always worth giving us a call before you fill out the form and just say, do you think you'll be able to get a price on this? And we're as quick as we possibly can be when we get to doing a group. They're only as quick as they are to come back to us. So you will have to bear with us a little bit longer for a group. Okay, so let's do this search quickly because I know we're going to run out of time. So we're just doing a city break just from Birmingham in October for 3 nights to Amsterdam. So let's see what's going to come back for us. So again, nice and quick. So it's used the Flybe route for us, which is really good. And as I mentioned, everything's within the city centre there. There's a couple of hotels that aren't. That one's the Boatel, so it has to be on the water. Even though we requested to be on the land, to be close into our circle, they won't do it. They'll have to keep it on the river. So that's the Amsterdam Boatel. That's the reason why it's a little bit out of town. And some of these a little bit out of town because these are part of our budget range that we've now included in there. Okay, so if they did want to save a little bit money, it's outside the city centre a little bit more. But once again, if you just use the filters, say 1, 2, 4 star, you'll see straight away there, that's everything within the city centre. So it makes it a lot easier because there's only a small selection of hotels you have to worry about. So straight away there, it's brought up the old Golden Tulip Hotel. 4.5 out of 5 on TripAdvisor, so extremely good property these ones are. So our range of hotels are really high quality, good properties. So this works exactly the same way now. So I'm not going to bore you with the details. It works exactly the same way, but I just wanted to show you the map so it proves that all our hotels are city centre based. And then just to carry on, you move on exactly the same way as you would do with the beach search. It goes and checks all the prices of your flights for you, got all your pictures of your hotel. You can have a walk around the resort. Again, a nice, simple little description, and then our facilities. You don't need any more information than that. Okay, so, and then here's all the alternative flights. So with cities, this can be even more important because flight times tend to be very important to customers when they're going away for 2-3 nights. So it's always worth upselling them to, I mean, it's well worth moving from that Flybe flight to that one because that's you getting your maximum stay out of Amsterdam there, literally for what, £7 each. It's well worth it just to do that flight.
Okay.
So that's a really good way of you increasing your commission as well. And remember, you make 11% commission on every single element of a co-op holidays. So whatever you add on, you're making that extra 11%. So things like ISO and flexible trips, you sometimes don't make commission on tax. Or with ISO, you don't make commission on baggage, for example. Whatever you add on to in our system, you're making 11% on the entire package. Okay.
So you make 15%
on accommodation
everything.
On accommodation only,
Yeah.
and it's 11% on packages and city breaks.
15% on accommodation, 11% on packages, and then 11% on all the add-ons.
No, you make 11% overall on the whole package. So whatever you add on, it goes within that 11% for you. So we just keep. So if you add anything over the phone with us that's not available by the system, we'll still pay you 11% commission on that.
Brilliant.
Okay. So that works exactly the same way now. We just move to the next stage and we make the booking. Okay. So finally, the final search I want to show you is our accommodation only. So every time we swap tab, you'll see the logo changes. So holidays is Co-op Holidays. City breaks, city break logo, it's in orange. And then accommodation only, we got our Cooperative Rooms logo. Okay, so you know what search you're in.
And did you say that Med Hotels were closing?
Med Hotels, yeah, the closing Med Hotels down in December. So you'll only find availability that can depart and return within 2018 now.
Okay.
Thomas Cook have just got rid of it now. So, and we found that we weren't doing any bookings with Med Hotels any longer, to be honest, because we have all the same stock as they have anyway. Yeah. So they weren't really relevant as a bed supplier for the last couple of years.
Right, okay.
So we've got all their stock and better stock, to be honest. So it's not really a big deal any longer.
No, okay.
So with accommodation only, it works in a slightly different way. There's no drop-down menus because there's no fly-in. So it's completely free text for you. So you can type into here the name of a hotel, the name of a resort, the name of a destination, the name of an island, the name of a country, if you wish. So let's use Tenerife as an example. So I'll start typing in Tenerife. It comes up with a drop-down list with everything that includes TENER. So there we go, Spain, Tenerife. So we can either select an individual resort, or we can select the whole destination, which I recommend doing, and then you can filter down at the next stage. So let's select Tenerife. Let's keep it consistent with the 13th of October. Let's do 7 nights, just for 2 adults. Again, with accommodation only, it's up to 3 rooms on system. Anything over that, just give our support centre a call on the number in your top right-hand corner. So let's see what it's going to bring back for Tenerife for us. So unlike with the packages where we hand select all our accommodation, with rooms it's completely unrestricted. So it's our entire 200,000 hotel database. So as you can see there, 273 hotels on the entire island of Tenerife. So a lot of results there. So from this stage, you can start filtering down by resort if you wish. So a lot of resorts, or by board basis, by star rating, by price. Okay, but if we look at what the leading prices are, £170 for 2 people for a week. Nice and cheap. Okay, the Pez Azul, always a nice leading property in Porto La Cruz, £190 for a week. Okay, so this works exactly the same way as packages and just without flights. So if we clicked on the Chinero apartments, we get the pictures, we get the map again, we get our basic description and all of our facilities listed in alphabetical order for you. And then we have our room types. So all the different room types available. So as you can see, the price difference between a non-refundable room type and a standard room type, £20 per person. Okay. So it depends which one's going to be best for you and your customer. As long as you warn the customer, that's non-refundable. So if you cancel, you have to pay for the entire accommodation. Okay.
Okay.
So that's exactly how accommodation only works. So very, very simple, very similar to the other searches, but it's got some other differences in there as well, which I want to show you. I always use my mum and dad for an example of this, and I've told them I use them as an example. And they always keep saying, stop using me as an example for your training. So they always go away every single year. They're very easy customers. They go away to Lanzarote every September. They're there at the moment. They're planning to go there in the next couple of weeks. And they go to the H10 in H10 Rubicon Palace. No, sorry, I've got the wrong one. H10 Princess in Playa Blanca. Every single year they go there, and I've been doing for 12 years now. My dad loves it now because he's in the H10 club, and now he's got to the stage where he gets a free newspaper and bathrobe, and he thinks he's made it now. But they go every single year. The other year they said to me, "We're going somewhere different in September." I was like, "You what?" They'll be phoning to see if you're okay. What do you mean you're not going to Lanzarote Princess anymore? We just want to go somewhere else, but your dad wants his newspaper, and he wants his free bottle of wine, and he wants his bathrobe. So he wants to go to the H10 property. Which other H10s do they do? I said, well, there's hundreds of H10s. He said, well, which ones are? I'm not going to go through every single one for him. So I got my laptop out, and I stuck this in front of him, and I said, here we go. I typed in H10 here. And there you go. And there's a list of every single H10 hotel that they could go to. And where did they pick? The Rubicon Palace, half a mile away from the Lanzarote Princess. I give up with them, I really do. But they're nice and simple to book it. So that's another example. So that works with a lot of hotel chains. So Rui, work with anything we ruin. It doesn't always work very well because it's got Aquarius in there as well. But things like Iberostar works very well. So there's all Iberostar properties. I mentioned we got La Branda. So there's the Branda hotels. And with La Branda as well, we've actually got a La Branda search. So you can actually search all La Branda hotels around the world at exactly the same time. So if we just do 19th of October for La Branda all hotels, this is the first time when it's not just a map of an island or a resort. It will give you a map of the world and show you every single La Branda property in the world for you. Okay, so instead of filtering down by resorts, you filter down by countries this time, and you can see all the La Branda hotels. I mean, there's a bargain for you. It's a really nice hotel in Macadi, actually. That's £214 for 2 people for a week half board. Absolutely stunning prices. So we've got some really, really good prices on there. So any time you can click a men's search, it keeps all the details in there for you, so you don't have to do it all over again. I also mentioned we're very good at UK. So let's do a search, one of our top selling. Type in Edinburgh. Start typing. Not Edinburgh in Indiana. Looking for Edinburgh in Scotland. So UK, Scotland, Edinburgh. Let's pick 19th of October again. This time just for one night. I'll give you an idea of what our price range is looking like for a UK break. And more than welcome to go and check this against people like Superbreak and also Booking.com. I booked my mother-in-law 2 days ago, and we got her at £20 cheaper for a Birmingham hotel during the Christmas markets than Booking.com.
Brilliant.
And that's even including the 15% commission. So 136 hotels available in Edinburgh and the surrounding area, so a huge choice for you. And we've got everything in here, including Premier Inns, including Holiday Inns, and as well as that, we've got Ma and Pa hotels, your little bed and breakfasts, like the Adelphi Hotel. The Adelphi Hotel is a little 4-bedroom bed and breakfast hotel in the outskirts of Edinburgh. £66 per room per night. Okay, so absolutely spot on. repricing. So we've got anything from your Ma and Pa Hotel to Premier Inns, right up to your 5-star Waldorf Astorias, your Hiltons, etc. So if we just click 5-star, your Sheratons, your Waldorfs, even for the Waldorf, which is a stunning hotel, only £229 per room per night, and that includes your 15% commission. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
So don't just think of us about worldwide, or Europe or city breaks. Think of us for UK breaks as well. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've just been told we're running out of time, so I just want to do one more thing.
I'm just you'll dial in and we'll be kicked out.
I know, we'll be knocked off. So just one more thing before we go on here. All the information under the information tab, some really good stuff for you there. So all your API links in there, your Ryanair booking process, some information on Esther's, special assistance form, your group bookings form in there as well. Meet the team if you want to find out a little bit more about us all individually is in there. Any bookings that you make will come into your bookings viewer. And also you've got a voucher store in there as well. So any bookings you make on room only via iSell, over the phone, or via this website are all available via the voucher store. And also any holidays you make, either over the phone or on the system, will appear in here as well. So if you ever need to reprint off a confirmation or any tickets and things like that, they're all available via the voucher store for you. Okay.
Brilliant.
And that's everything from me.
Great. Thank you very much.
So thank you very much for your time. I look forward to seeing your bookings flying in from now on. And
Fingers crossed.
yeah, any questions?